The new German government has moved forward with its plans to restrict immigration. This week it approved restrictions on family reunification for certain groups of refugees and tightened citizenship laws. Deutsche Welle correspondent Chiponda Chimbelu joins us now from Berlin. Chiponda, g'day. So what does this mean?
Well, Joe, the government's move stops family members of refugees with subsidiary protection status from moving to Germany. Now, people with subsidiary protection status are individuals who do not meet the specific criteria for refugee status under the Geneva Convention, but still face the risk of serious harm in their countries of origin. And there are currently around just over 350,000 people who have that status here in Germany. And they have the right to live here for up to 3 years. And that also gives them the right to work in Germany and also access social benefits. Now, Germany's new government is planning to restrict family reunification for this group. And it has also made another change to immigration policy. It is scrapping the fast-track citizenship. Now, that is a rule that allowed people who had been able to show that they are very well integrated to get German citizenship just after 3 years of living here.
And why has the government made this move?
Well, immigration is a hot topic among German voters. And of course, the Conservatives, who are part of the ruling coalition, promised to clamp down on it ahead of the federal elections last February. Now, the government says it is making these changes to reduce the number of people fleeing to Germany. But it does say the country is still open to people who come through so-called legal migration. And that is, of course, regular migration. Germany does, after all, need younger workers to replace an aging population. But of course, getting the balance right on immigration rhetoric is tricky. And there are surveys here in Germany that show that immigrants, especially black and brown immigrants, are feeling more unwelcome in Germany because of the ongoing rhetoric on immigration. So the government will need to strike the right note. And it will need to do that, of course, while making changes that may very well be needed, such as reducing government spending on social services for refugees.
And so how much support is there for the changes?
Well, an expert council on integration and migration welcomed the decision to end the fast-track citizenship. It does say that ending that corrects the impression that it is easy to get German citizenship. And the same council, though, did criticize the suspension of family reunification for some refugees. And churches and charities, too, have also been critical. In fact, an organization that lobbies for refugee rights called it a family destruction law because it is tearing families apart, it says. Now, the Green Party and the Left Party have also criticized the suspension of family reunification. But the biggest opposition party, as can be expected, the far-right AfD, says that the changes to immigration policy do not go far enough.
Okay, Chiponda Chimbelu there in Berlin. Canadian authorities have declared a state of emergency in Saskatchewan.